rescue, revamp, create. The art of drum synthesis. The new course is available at Letsynthesize Academy.
Yo, Larson here, welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode, and today I want to talk about this really mysterious vocal effect that Former used or Former made in the Turnhand song that sounds like this. And this was a request from one of my followers through Patreon. If you want to join, you can check the link below where you can find this project and millions of others, and also check my academy if you want to learn more about music production. But right now, let's jump into it. Cool, so here is a cutout from the original song. So this is the main hit, and it's basically just another instance from the original, but you know, transposed down. Let me prove it for you. I extracted the vocals, and interestingly, the Foreman shifted down version, or the pitch dropped version of the original vocal, so this guy. And interestingly, RX was not able to recognize the vocals that well, because you know, it was pitch shifted down and all the formants and other stuff changed. But you know, if I just copy this over the original and drop it down by 5 semitones, we get the same exact effect that we heard in the original song. Okay, so this is about the original vocal. And later in the song, we hear this really interesting, like, cuts, vocal cuts, or vocal effect. And as I can hear it, it's just another version of the someone part of the vocals, but you know, pitch shifted and cut and made some glitches out of, probably from the beats mode. So I came up with my own version. It's not exactly the same, but you probably hear the similarities. And all I did, as you can see, just transposed them up. I kept the original formants using the complex pro mode, but later here I used the beat mode, allowing the glitches to come up. And I believe this is the same exact thing that Former did. Something like that. Cool, but right now let's try to recreate the same exact effect. So I recorded my own vocals. I wanna beat someone. Nice and flat, but this was intentional because I wanted to recreate the T-Pain like auto-tune effect. So first drop an auto shift, and because this song is in E minor, we can set this here. So E minor, and pull back the smoothness to 0, so we get the T-Pain stuttery robotic effect. I wanna beat someone, I wanna beat someone, I wanna beat someone. Before the auto shift, I want to compress this vocal. I wanna beat someone, I wanna beat someone. And add a limiter to have the smoothest sound. I wanna beat someone, I wanna beat someone, I wanna beat someone. I'm not sure if it says beat someone or meet someone. But anyway, here comes the trick. Let's use the isotope vocal synth. And this is what creates the effect. And let's drop it after auto shift. We could use the internal pitch shifting, or not pitch shifting, pitch correction effect. But I tried it and it didn't give me the same result because it is really hard to mix properly, you know, with the effect that we are just going to add and with pitch shift effect. So it is better to use auto shift before vocal synth. Now we don't need the vocoder, but the effect what we need is the bi-vox. So this is what we are having now. I wanna beat someone. It is not something that I'm looking for. There is this breath thing. I wanna meet someone. I wanna meet someone. And this is definitely what I hear in the original. I wanna meet. Now there are some presets here for the vocoding because it applies a synth to the vocal. If you click on this faders icon, you can see that it applies oscillators. And I don't want to use any of them, so let's go with the initial one. I wanna meet someone. Nice and smooth. Maybe that's a little more breath sit. I wanna beat. And pull back the shift. I wanna beat someone. I wanna beat someone. So it is almost the same if we use the formant here in the auto shift. I wanna beat someone. Let me use that instead. I wanna beat someone. I wanna beat someone. I wanna beat someone. I wanna beat someone. To me, this creates a more organic effect, so it's a lot cleaner to my ears. Now, the cool part in this is I wanna beat someone. You can always mix the effect. I wanna beat someone. But if you use the pitch correction, you were not able to mix that. So to me, this is a better solution. Anyway, we are done in vocal synth. I wanna beat someone. I wanna beat someone. Now all we need is just some EQing and reverb. Let's drop a reverb too here. We don't need to mess too much with that. Just pull back the dry wet, add a little more decay. I wanna meet someone. But I think we don't need the lows. I wanna meet someone. But some nice crispy tail on the reverb. Okay, so around 200 and 300 Hz, we definitely want to decrease that fundamental harmonic of the vocals. So we just want to keep the bright and airy part of the vocals. And at around 2K, a little more boost. And maybe just cut the really highs. Okay, and add some gain to match it with the original. And basically, I think we are done. So this is the original. I wanna meet someone. I wanna meet someone. And to create the exact same effect that the original had, let's do the same thing here that Former did. So let's resample this that we just created. I wanna meet someone. And drop it down by 5 semitones. I wanna meet someone. And from this point you can resample the whole thing again or whatever part you want and just play around with the pitches and the glitches. Pitches and glitches. To have this kind of effect that Former did, you can resample it again and drop it down again or apply a Foreman shifting. So whatever you want, you now know the exact workaround, and I hope you can create awesome stuff. And if you have any requests, drop it down to the comments below, or you can join my Discord through Patreon where we can talk personally, so that is a lot faster and easier way to ask requests. Right, so grab this project from my Patreon below with millions of others and click here for my academy if you want to learn more about music production. See you guys next time. Peace!